Well, everybody, it's the summertime and basketball is kind of off your minds, but we're practicing here and everything. And today, Oakland basketball royalty showed up for our practice. What a great pleasure for my players to get to meet and talk to Kay Felder.
Yes.
All right? And so we thought we'd take a couple minutes just to catch up on Kay and all the things that are going on in his life. You know, he left here. He went to the draft. He was drafted 52nd in the draft by Atlanta and sold to the Cavaliers. From there, he got to be in the NCAA championship game, or not NCAA, the NBA finals. They didn't win it, which you didn't get the ring. None got into, and he didn't win it either. So one of these days, an Oakland player is going to get the ring. But from there, he played a little bit with the Pistons, Toronto, and
Then went overseas after
and then
Toronto.
he went overseas after Toronto. He's been in China the last couple of years. He's been the player of the year in the China League. He's had one heck of a career, making all kinds of money that he's going to donate back to the program someday, and just been an unbelievable beacon of light for the Oakland basketball program. So, you know, let's just start with the day that you went to camp with Cleveland, and then how did your life change, and how, just tell everybody what that was like. You know, you went in, there's LeBron, you know, and all that, so talk to us about that.
I would say that transition was definitely a lot to take in because of so much free time you have as a pro. You know, you go to the gym, or, you know, okay, cool, that's it. Or you go back at night. But that in-between time, you have so much free time. That's what I didn't get firsthand, like what to do with all my free time. But as far as the basketball side, I knew coming in I wasn't going to play a lot. So my thing was to just watch everybody because there was so many vets. I was the only young guy on the team. So we had a mini camp out in Cali. I forget what city. But that was like the perfect time to be like, all right, I'm really a pro now. Like, so that transition, going through those things was perfect for me for my first year.
So what was it like meeting LeBron? I mean, what was that? He had come and watched us play.
Yeah, I remember.
And because of
Williams?
Yeah,
Williams?
yeah. Brandon Weems, my assistant coach, and he had played together in high school. So and there was rumors that he had said, "I want that kid from Oakland."
We never talked about that personally, but we always used to talk like, and what was kind of crazy to me that he would have one-on-one time with me. You know, as a rookie, you know, he has so many other things going on. So I was never starstruck, but I always used to admire everyone around me, not just LeBron because he's LeBron, but like still had Kyrie, you had Richard Jefferson, you had James Jones, Channing Frye. You had so many vets and everybody would just come talk to me. So it was a perfect setting.
Well, which is what you talked to our team today about, is how they got to stay together and hang together and lead each other, because you were the young guy on a team that went to the NBA Finals.
For sure.
And so you know how you felt the way they treated you, right? And that's what your message to our players today was.
For sure, and that's what I was telling about that team bond and stuff, how I would, like on the road, I would just go to teammates' rooms or, hey, everybody trying to go out to eat. Like, doing those type of things. Well, of course, I did it earlier, but then seeing it when LeBron did it, it was, you know, of course, another level. So, like, he showed me how to be another leader. I think being around him took my leadership skills to another level.
A lot of people are going to watch this are big Oakland fans. They're big Kay Felder fans. You didn't get your senior day, right?
Right.
You're going to get a day this year, though, because this gentleman, and when he left, we had an argument, okay? And we had an argument, right? We didn't like each other for a little while, right? And it dealt with not basketball, it dealt with getting his degree. And, you know, I've done this for a long time, and for me, I knew how important it was to get his degree. And I yelled, "You will never get your degree." And you yelled back, "Yes, I will." And your mom was crying, and it was... So over the years, I've called you and said, "I'll pay for you," right?
Yeah.
And what did you do?
I was doing it myself. So when you text me that, of course I was in the middle of school, but it just was like, I wanted to do it for myself, you know. I wanted to do it on my time. Cause coming here was definitely like the perfect fit for me as far as basketball. in high school, our academics wasn't
You didn't like it.
wasn't up to par, I would say.
You didn't like it.
So coming here, I said, okay, I done watch JJ, Jonathan Jones. I done watch Reggie. I done watch Keto. I done watch Drew. Of course, I'm watching Bader, but I'm about to try to play with Bader. So watching all that, then seeing championships from like Raw, D. Nelson, like, so following that whole OU history before I came, that was amazing to me. And I really get emotional about it because it was the perfect fit, like, all the way around.
Yeah, you made me a lot better coach too. But so I want you to know, you don't know this, she's going to get mad at me, but she called me on the phone and said, my son got his degree.
Oh, wow.
But don't tell him you know. Let him surprise you. And I go, what?
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, he did it on his own. And because I was getting madder again because I kept saying, I'll pay for it, okay? I'll pay for it, right?
You did.
And then, no, and then you weren't doing it. And then all of a sudden, and you had to get 32 hours. So it wasn't like one class. You busted your ass to do this.
For a whole year.
Yeah, and you know, now his banner's going up where it belongs. That roof top has missed Kay Felder's banner because this man was everything Oakland ever wanted in a basketball player. You handled yourself so good. The fans loved you. One of the things I think that's changed your life, you know, basketball has always been so important to you. You know, you've told us how important it was. The fact that you got your degree and all that kind of stuff now. But you became a father, right? Kai is 1 year old now.
Yeah. 4.
Tell us how that's changed your life.
Oh, man. I always get asked this question, and I have a different answer every time. But fatherhood, it's been special, man. Watching him grow up and just seeing the little things he do now, how he's trying to talk, he's trying to run. You know, just seeing that, just having all my attention on him. I see what you went through, like just having us. I see what my father went through, just having that kid. I don't know, I feel like it's changed my life for the better. I feel like definitely has given me like more wisdom, making me like, I would say tap into life more, be more attentive to things, definitely pay attention to just my surroundings more. But being a father is the greatest thing ever. I always knew that was one of my callings. Like I always felt I would be a father one day.
Is there going to be a time that he's going to be on the basketball court and you're going to look and go like this to him and stomp your foot and say, get over here? Or are you going to have a flashback of that?
I'm definitely going to do it. It's got to happen. It's a must.
But your mind will, oh my God, I'm turned into Kampe.
I'm already, it's going to go right back and I'm going to have to call you. Like, I just had that moment for sure.
Oh man, you'll do it and then you'll hug him afterwards.
Yeah. I don't think you hugged me after that.
No. No, but that's coming now.
For sure. For sure, dog. Great times.
Before we go, what was if you think back at Oakland,
yeah,
what was the one moment that you remember the most that you shared with the fans?
Oh, I'm going to say every Detroit game, for sure. Every Detroit game, that was literally a sold-out crowd.
You had the first triple-double ever in Oakland history in a Detroit game, right?
Yeah, my freshman year, yeah. So it was, I'm telling you, that Detroit game with the fans, that was unbelievable. I will always remember that forever. And that's why I hate Detroit.
We all do.
I do not like the...
One thing I told the team that, you know, when you say this, you realize, wow, right? You know, I tell recruits this and everything, but when I said it today in front of our players and you're standing there, I got emotional. This guy, until Trae Young came along, his junior year, his last year at Oakland, he led the nation in assists and he finished third in scoring. Nobody in the history of this game, no one in the history of this game had done that. That guy came along and he went 1-1, but still, it's what an accomplishment that was. And my sad thing about all this is we never had the senior day. We never got to hug you, and I never got to tell the crowd that I loved you and all that kind of stuff. And we're going to have a day for Kay this year, so I expect every Grizz fan there that day, all right? Sure. Kay, welcome back to Oakland.
Thank you.
Players love the fact that you were here today and that you came and gave your time.
For sure, always.
Summer's going great.
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll see y'all.